Dear Grace, I had started recording this yesterday. I started with a photo of the Asian guy who brings his grandson to the park every day. Trains are loud today for some reason. Anyways, I fucked up the file, so I gotta redo it. There was that, and then I had a nice rant about Joel Rogan, dark matter, dark energy, astrophysics, all that sort of shit. Lost that too. But what I did do was I took the transcript from the Joel Rogan podcast today, which is about astrophysics with some guy named David. Never trust anyone named David. And I ran that through Grok just to see how many his statements are based on actual fact, observable fact, and theory. And I ran that through Grok, and it provided me a list of how full of shit he is. No, not really full of shit, but as long as dark matter and dark energy are unprovable, most of their theories are unprovable. They can prove tiny little parts of it, but they can't prove the whole thing. And boy, they sure do not like being told that the universe may be older than what they've already calculated. That you could hear the pushback in David's voice almost immediately. They're not going to let that one go easily. So, let me read out some more of the Grok response at the end of this, but let's get back to the news. August 9th, 2025. Man in Japan lives with life-size doll. Life-size doll as wife, claiming it helps him cope with loneliness after years of failed relationships. Understandable. Trump fires BLS commissioner after weak jobs report and baseless claim of faked stats. President Trump dismissed the Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner. Just like to get involved. I would say if someone could explain to me why those trains seem louder some days than others, but I actually know what it is. The days I actually sleep, they seem louder. Passenger hospitalized after tour boat runs aground in West Vancouver. Injuring one passenger and stranding dozens, prompting a rescue operation and raising safety concerns about marine safety. Florida man arrested for attempting to surf on alligator in Everglades. Sorry. Yesterday they were hugging alligators in Florida and now they're surfing them. For social media fame, highlighting ongoing issue with wildlife harassment and the pursuit of online attention. Agreed. Leave the fucking crocodiles alone. Canada airdrops aid to Palestinians in Gaza. Canada conducted an airdrop with over 21,000 pounds of humanitarian aid to Gaza. addressing ongoing crisis amid support of starvation and conflict in the region. I know nothing about this, but I'm surprised it has to be airdropped. Why the fuck can't they just drive it in? Mounting civilian casualties in Sudan as fighting intensifies. Dow tumbles 500 points as weak jobs data, new tariffs spark sell-off. I think fucking Trump is just playing the market for the next 4 years. Tesla awards CEO Musk millions in shares valued at about $29 billion. I don't have a problem with that. Let's be interested to see what he actually does with it. Besides building new toys. I think Neuralink. What could they do with $29 billion? Lonnie Anderson of WKRP in Cincinnati dies at 80. Well, that's sad. Canadian researchers solve 12-year-old mystery of sea star wasting disease. Sorry, I just don't see putting any money into sea life. Like sea stars anyways. Whales, sure. Dolphins, okay. Octopus. Lobsters are delicious, unfortunately. Florida reports 21 E. coli cases linked to raw milk consumption. Study finds social media breaks improve mental health in teens. Wow, what a study that was. Like anyone could figure that out. Dana Sioux asked people that small animals. Did that one. Prime Minister Mark Carney attends Vancouver Pride Parade. Gaza, dozens killed as Palestinians scramble for aid. Canada's economy shows resilience against U.S. tariffs. I think those tariffs fuck the U.S. more than anyone else, but... Vancouver shoe scanning company vies to speed up airport security. Vancouver shoe screening company vies to speed up airport security. More technology. I thought they didn't do the shoe thing anymore. Haven't been on a plane in a while, Grace. Man felt his death during Oasis concert at Wembley. What killed the sea stars? I already talked about that. BC woman regained sight thanks to rare tooth in eye surgery. A British Columbia woman regained her vision through a rare surgery that used her tooth to restore sight, highlighting advancements in medical procedures for rare conditions. I've heard about that one before. Camper singing his heart out triggers search and rescue response in BC. The camper's passionate singing in BC's Okanagan was mistaken for distress, leading to search and rescue operation, illustrating how emotional expression can be misinterpreted and how stupid people are for reporting shit like that. Australian town overrun by escaped pet parrot forming flocks. Another parrot story. Small Australian towns dealing with noisy, wild flocks of escaped pet parrots, raising concerns about local ecosystems and prompting discussions on pet ownership regulations. Too late now, buddies. What are you gonna do? Kill them all? Trump moves nuclear submarines after statement by former Russian president. Vancouver Island wildfires threaten Douglas fir trees. Yeah, that's how fire works. LeBlanc says tariffs talks with U.S. constructive, but deal out of reach. Don't care. Cholera spreads in North Darfur, 640,000 children under threat. Clearly, UNICEF reported a cholera outbreak in North Darfur endangering 648 children amidst ongoing conflict and limited aid access, highlighting the dire humanitarian situation in Sudan. I'd really like to see the UNICEF books. Grace. Or run them through AI. I'm not saying they're shady, but Trump increases tariff on Canada 35% from 25%. Cites fentanyl. Trump escalated tariffs on Canada, pointing to fentanyl trafficking as a key issue. So how did tariffs stop fentanyl trafficking? Or trafficking? It doesn't. Trump's a fucking idiot. BC Hydro launches RFP for 5,000 gigawatt of clean energy. Still don't know what a gigawatt is. Actually, it's capital G, capital W, lowercase h. All I ask is that they just explain that better, so people actually knows if it makes a fucking difference or not. Should have been editor Grace. I would have thrown this shit back at the reporter and said, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" That would have been a grumpy editor Grace. And I probably would have smoked a pipe. Tobacco, not crack. This weekend opens World Tour in Vancouver. Whose World Tour? Grok fucked up in that article. Vancouver Island photographer granted fellowship to study sea wolves. Sea wolves. A sea wolf species that inhabits BC's coastline. Didn't even know about the sea wolf. News to me. No doctors at Lower Mainland ER Sunday night. Yeah, shit happens. And whose fault is that? It's hospital's fault. And clearly the doctors don't give a fuck. Because if they did, someone would come in and help. So where are all the fucking doctors? At home watching Netflix? Like, seriously. Shouldn't a general manager of the hospital call them up and say, "Hey, got a fucking emergency here, get your ass down here"? What's a doctor gonna say? "No, I'm watching Netflix. I'm busy." Cunts. In a shitty mood today, Grace. Someone is on fire. ISO phone SOS alert leads to couch rescue. An iPhone SOS alert in Vernon, BC prompted a rescue operation only to find the person safe at home, highlighting how technology can misinterpret situations and affect mental health responses. He butt dialed. Big deal. The Scottish village claims world's largest Scottish village. No, it's not working, Grace. Maybe I should go out in the forest and sing. Scottish village claims world's largest haggis at annual festival. Scottish village set a world record with 150 kilogram haggis, celebrating cultural heritage while drawing crowds and sparking discussions about traditional cuisine. Oh, Groundhog Day. need to include a decibel meter in this podcast. I say it's Groundhog Day because it's just the same news stories over and over again. AI could just do this so easily. I used to think my parents' generation would never let go of the past, and now I'm thinking it's my generation that's not letting go of the past. Democrats slammed Trump firing of labor statistics head. Insane. North Shore gridlock traffic prompts petition. Canadian O blood negative donors urged to donate as soon as they can. I don't know what type of blood I have. Violence in northern Mozambique focuses thousands to flee. Weston family wants to buy Hudson's Bay Charter for $12.5 million. I think the bay is dead. That's my point, it should be. And not just because of the fur trade, which is a pretty cunty thing to do. Control systems acquired by Automated Logic in Vancouver. Don't care. Thousands celebrate Japanese Canadian culture at Powell Street Festival. Vancouver's 49th Powell Street Festival drew thousands to celebrate Japanese Canadian culture with food, performances, and community events, highlighting cultural heritage. Companies taking steps towards capturing revenues from carbon dioxide. Funding for 10-year-old girls' treatment to resume in BC. BC's Ministry of Health reinstated drug coverage for a 10-year-old girl with a rare disease, ensuring continued treatment and highlighting healthcare's funding challenges. Well, why was it ever removed? BC man maintains sobriety through litter cleanup. A BC man has sustained sobriety by engaging in litter cleanup, finding purpose and mental health benefits through community services and environmental care. I do the same by reading these articles, Grace. Gets all the shit out of my system. Vancouver Airport adds mini therapy ponies to stress fighting crew. Why don't you just make the whole experience a little easier instead of having to bring in animals? You could have dogs, could have ponies now. And some parrots probably. Maybe a crocodile to hug. Christine Maxwell transferred to Texas prison camp. Trump's gonna fucking pardon her. Tesla driver arrested after crashing into a power pole in Abbotsford. A Tesla driver in Abbotsford was arrested after a high-speed crash into a power pole, causing disruptions and raising concerns about road safety. Road safety, car safety, or driver safety. From Returnium. Former Interior Lieutenant Governor Hillary Weston dies. Don't care. UN urges MPs to deliver on development promises for landlocked nations. Wow. UN's looking for something to do. That'd be another good one to research. What has the UN actually fucking done? And how much money has it cost? And is it worth it? A little critical today, Grace. Craft brewers call for BC tax overhaul amid economic uncertainty. Tech resources to extend Highland Valley copper mine operation. Lord of Mysteries episode 8 released. Ooh, don't watch it. Vancouver's growing marine traffic puts indigenous canoe culture at risk. Well, shouldn't indigenous canoes have the right of way? I realize on water normally it's the bigger, the better, the more the right of way. But I think that's the easiest solution, Grace. What to know about Lyme disease amid steady increase in Canada and the US? Well, if you don't get tested for it, you'll never get it. Vancouver man hands out free Duckana stickers to spread happiness. Vancouver man is distributing free Duckana stickers to boost community morale. It is demonstrating how small acts can positively impact mental health and social connection. Orphan bear cubs find Orphan bear cubs find new home at Langley Critter. Trump shortens deadline for Russia to make peace deal with Ukraine. Trump imposed a tighter deadline for Russia to negotiate peace with Ukraine, intensifying diplomatic efforts and raising stakes in the ongoing war. By the way, Grace, it's baby day at the library. 3 I know this sounds racist, but 3 Asian babies beside me. At least I didn't say Chinese babies, Grace. There's also a lady walking to the library with some pool noodles, and I'm gonna guess that's for a craft project. Well, I do hope that fucking war ends. Concerned citizen discovers $80,000 worth of cocaine in Abbotsford Road. Shit. Citizen in Abbotsford stumbled upon $80,000 worth of cocaine in the road, leading to a police seizure and highlighting issues of drug trafficking in the area. I'm trying to think in my head, what do I do with that? And or how long $80,000 worth of cocaine would last me. Never done cocaine, Grace. Canada's Macintosh grabs 4th gold at World Swimming Championships. Plastic pollution talks get underway in Geneva. About 50 years too late. BC Ferries recycles Bowen Queen and Powell River Queen. There must be ferries, boats. Neotech Metals begins drilling at Trio project in BC. Abbotsford denies permit for MAGA singer Sean Fetch's show. Abbotsford rejected a permit for a concert by MAGA singer Sean Fawcett due to expected protest highlighting tensions around controversial performances. Wow, free speech is live and well in Canada. They should take that $80,000 worth of cocaine in Abbotsford and give it to the people making these decisions. See if it changes their mind. Climate change cancels Canadian sports events. Study finds. Hockey's still good. Former BC hospital security guard airs gear concerns. Guess just arm them up. Get some tasers. AR-15s. Maybe some hand grenades. BC woman sees partner's face for first time after surgery. A BC woman experienced an emotional moment after seeing her partner's face for the first time after a rare surgery restored her vision, showcasing the human impact of medical advancements. New Zealand town elects goat as honorary mayor. Did that one yesterday. Oh no, this is Billy. This is elected goat named Billy. I think it's Gerard or Gerald yesterday. So we have Gerald as a goat, I think in UK. Probably more goats than real people soon. Probably do a better job. Italian Village offers free housing to digital nomads. Italian Village is providing free housing to digital nomads to combat population decline, sparking interest in rural revitalization through remote work. That's where I'm going to go. Giant rubber duck returns to Toronto Harbor. Don't care. Chinese farmer builds robot dog to herd sheep. Which would be more expensive? A robot dog and electricity, or a real dog in the food? In a real dog, you also get companionship. I suppose a robot dog you could, but you'd probably have to skin a dog and then put the skin over the robot. And I don't think that would be the same. Grace. Iceland town hosts annual mud football championship. Canadian man sets record for longest beard grown in Arctic. Wow, I'm getting pretty specific here. A Nunavut man broke a Canadian record for growing the longest beard in the Arctic, highlighting resilience and quirky personal achievements in extreme environments. Wow. Getting desperate for news. Fair, that's under the category weird, interesting. Brazilian artist turns trash into sculptures for beach exhibit. Russian man trains squirrels to perform tricks in park. South African village uses solar-powered scarecrows to protect crops. That's a good idea. German man builds miniature city in backyard over 20 years. Dedication. Indian man walks 100 miles backwards to raise climate awareness. An Indian man's backward walk across 100 miles raised awareness for climate change, combining physical endurance with environmental activism. I was talking about yesterday, Grace. Just causing a menace on the roads. I like my idea way better. Thai monks use recycled plastics to create robes. Alright. I'm not sure that's really going to change the environment, but it's a nice thought. UK pub hosts annual gravy wrestling championship. This sounds good. Oh, gonna have to have gravy now. UK pub's quirky gravy wrestling event drew competitors to wrestle in gravy, raising money for charity and entertaining locals with its unusual spectacle. The question is, hot gravy or cold gravy? Because if it's cold, it's going to get congealed. Which I guess kind of makes it like gravy jello. So instead of jello fighting, it's gravy jello fighting. I get it, sure, whatever. Mexican Town holds annual chili eating contest with record heat. Oh, what a title. Norwegian fisherman catches rare blue lobster. Yum. Canadian couple finds a 100-year-old message in bottle on beach. A Nova Scotia couple's discovery of a century-old message in bottle provides a historical treasure, sparking interest in maritime stories and preservation. Well, that's one good news story out of Nova Scotia. At least they're not bitching about the lack of water, rain, whatever. Grew up in the prairies. That's all farmers ever did was bitch about rain. Just saying, Grace. Kenyan runner trains with donkey to win marathon. Whatever it takes. Peruvian village revives ancient Inca weaving technique. Dutchman invents floating hammock for canal naps. A Dutchman's floating hammock for canal naps offers a novel way to relax in Amsterdam, combining creative and urban living and drawing tourist interest. You also relax in Amsterdam with a hash brownie. Just saying, Grace. There's options. Indian startup trains crows to pick up litter. Now this is good. An Indian startup initiative to train crows for litter collection offers a creative solution to urban waste, sparking interest in bio-inspired environmental strategies. Just like the crow that hangs out at the library. Just train them to pick up garbage and get food for garbage. Seems simple. Alaskan town uses eagles to control drone traffic. An Alaska town's use of eagles to manage drone traffic offers a unique solution to modern privacy issues, blending nature with technology. Training eagles to intercept unauthorized drones. I see I got a problem with that one because they're probably going to get hurt. Swedish couple lives in igloo year-round. Why not? Malaysian artist paints murals using coffee grounds, of course. Why be traditional? If you do a mural, you gotta do something different. Nigerian teen builds wind turbine from scrap for village. Finnish sauna marathon draws record participants. Finnish sauna marathon draws record participants. California man rescues abandoned piano from river. Chilean miners use llama wool for eco-friendly insulation. Irish pub hosts world's longest karaoke session. An Irish pub's record-breaking 100-hour karaoke session raised funds for charity, celebrating community spirit and musical existence. Grok is very kind on its summary. Unlike me, Grace. Vietnam fisherman builds boats. Vietnam fisherman builds floating village from recycled boats. Nice. Egyptian archaeologist discovers ancient board game in tomb. Discovery of a 3,000-year-old board game in an Egyptian tomb offers insight into ancient leisure activities, enriching our understanding of historical cultures. Monopoly for the pharaohs. Polish farmer trains pig to sniff out truffles. They've been doing that forever, buddy. That is not a news story. Alright, well, that was 97, Grace. I didn't read them all, but I will post them if you want to see the ones I didn't read. And now I'm going to go back to the Joel Rogan podcast transcript. I haven't listened to the whole episode. I just put the transcript into Grok. Told Grok what I wanted to know. Grok is a perfect assistant if you think about it, if you know how to talk to it. Alright, great. So I asked Grok to give me a list of things that are bullshit once you remove dark matter and dark energy, or basically anything that's just purely theoretical. But I asked it to do it in my own voice. Sorry, in my voice, which it kind of knows based on reading all of these fucking transcripts. And this is what it came up with. I'll read it as is and I'll post it. Oh look, the standard model of cosmology, propped up by dark energy and dark matter. Those magical, invisible unicorns we've never actually caught in a lab. Explains everything from cosmic microwaves to galaxy stretch. It's all just math and wishful thinking. Agree with that. It's not even that great of math. You got two items that you can adjust to any degree because there's no way of measuring them, which will then push and pull the universe any way they want it to fit into their own model. Number 2, early galaxy formation. Galaxies popping up too early? No problem. Just tweak the models. Those galaxy formation theories built on local guesses get a convenient rewrite for the early universe's hot, dense chaos. No direct proof, just computer simulations and a shrug. Quasar formation and super Eddington accretion. God damn it, I'm gonna have to buy some reading glasses or find a way to make this font bigger. Grace. Supermassive black holes at 300 million years post Big Bang. Poofed. Let's invent super Eddington accretion to break the rules of physics. No evidence for how these monsters grow so fast, but sure, sounds cool. Kind of like Grok's sarcasm. Not exactly mine, but pretty fucking close. Hubble tension and cosmological models. The universe expansion rates all wonky, and David blames either bad measurements or the sacred lambda CDM model again. Dark energy is driving this cosmic speed up supposedly, but good luck finding it in a bottle. Exactly. Solar system formation. Giant molecular clouds collapsing into stars and planets? Question mark. Cute story, but the dust to pebble to planet saga is a theoretical patchwork. We see stars, sure, but how's a supercomputer's best guess? Population 3 stars. Primordial stars made of pure hydrogen and helium floating in the early universe? Sounds epic, but we've never seen one. David's betting on James Webb to spot these mythical beasts, but it's all theory for now. So far, it's not doing so well. Gravitational collapse for stars. Stars form from collapsing clouds spun into disks by centrifugal forces? Neat, but the nitty-gritty of gravity's greedy algorithm is just a model, not a fact. We see disks, not the collapse in action. Fucking Grok's putting this guy in his place. Better than I can. Hot Jupiter migration. Jupiter's parked near stars? Question mark. David says they migrated inward after some gravitational wrestling match, then tidally settled down. Observed? Nope, just a clever story to explain weird orbits. Thought I had some more. Alright, to be fair, Grace, two things. One, this is going to be more GWST stuff. So if you're bored, end it now. But to be fair, I'm going to give the guy credit, or Grok is, for the things that he got right. Which is everything we already knew, but let's give him due. In fact, I think I got 11 points. So you got 8 things wrong. Not wrong, but unprovable because of theory, not fact. Let's see the 11 he got right. Which I'm guessing we probably already know. He's probably a nice guy, probably shouldn't be so mean. He's just doing his job to trick people. It's taking a while, Grace, because doing all this with one hand. What I need to do, and what I should do, is put the news stories on the Kobo. Because that I can read. The screen is too shiny. Bigger font, less shiny. They're way fucking brighter. And then, okay, proven acceptable points. Distance galaxies observed by JWST. Quasars, make that a Z instead of an S, observed by JWST. JWST has detected quasars identified as galactic nuclei powered by supermassive black holes at high redshifts, dating to 300 million years after the Big Bang. Yeah, figure that one out. Alpha Centauria planet candidate. JWST imaged a potential planet around Alpha Centauria, roughly Saturn sign, possibly inhabitable. So, again, that's just, we know there's billions of planets in the fucking habitable zone. Exoplanet count and diversity, and when I say that, we didn't need a fucking telescope to prove it. Exoplanet count and diversity, again, already knew it. Mini Neptune is most common planet type. Mini Neptune's planets 2 to 4 times Earth size and the most common observed exoplanet planet in the world. Okay, I'll buy that if you have the data. Jupiter-sized planets are rare. Interesting. Doesn't change my life. Cosmic microwave background. Again, makes no difference. Hubble tension discrepancy. Solar system structure. I think all of astrology or astronomy or whatever the fuck, anything to do with the stars, it's never going to benefit us unless someone from another planet comes here and actually says something and helps us. Solar system structure. Wow. It confirmed our solar system, which we've done for 100 years with telescopes, except for the planet that we can't fucking see. Binary, trinary star systems. Okay. It's just data. Dimethyl sulfate detection on K218b. That's it. So,
okay, I'm gonna need your assistance to help me get up on the big horse, and I'll lift you up, okay? Because I want to be on the big horse. Like I couldn't get on the big horse.
So while it's interesting, and I will listen to the podcast, maybe. I just wish Joel would get those guys on their heels, on their theory versus reality. Or allow everyone to have a little theory in their reality and not criticize. Because if an astrophysicist can basically make up dark matter and dark energy in their head, if you think about it, how hard would it be just to expand that? Something else doesn't work out. Oh, it's super dark energy. It's twice the density. It's super matter. It's whatever. It's pink matter now. They're finding solutions to fit their model instead of building a model off of facts. And no offense, physicists, the same fucking problem with the standard model. You're so tied to that anything outside of that, your tiny little minds can't fucking handle. That was a joke, Grace. They don't have tiny minds. They're very intelligent. They're just narrow-minded. And with that, I should have pissed off every single fucking scientist listening to this. And I think that's a good place to stop, Grace. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.